Hello, RE. It's an honor to be here with our Command Chief and Senior Enlisted Advisor, Chief Tim White. As part of this virtual RE Chiefs call, we will recognize some of our stellar performers, hail the newcomers, and farewell those airmen who have departed the RE fix. Following the Chiefs and my comments, our fearless leader, General Scobee, will provide his remarks to complete this first ever virtual RE Chiefs call. I'll start with the award winners. For the third quarter 2019, please hold your applause until the end. Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Downer, REX, FGO of the quarter. Master Sergeant Nathan Greathouse from REG, Senior NCO of the quarter. Mr. John Rollins from REG, Civilian of the quarter. For the fourth quarter 2019, Lieutenant Colonel Crystal Beach, REG, FGO of the quarter. NCO of the quarter, there was not one for the fourth quarter. Mr. John Rollins, repeat performer, was the Civilian of the quarter from REG. Now, here are the annual award winners for the year 2019. Lieutenant Colonel Margaret Bariano, FGO of the year from REI. Senior Master Sergeant Misty Phipps from REG, Senior NCO of the year. Selby Redmond from REP, Civilian of the year. Congratulations to those. Awesome. And finally, for the first quarter of 2020, so our most recent quarter completed, Lieutenant Colonel Derek Norton from REI, FGO of the quarter. Master Sergeant Nikki McKnight from REE, Senior NCO of the quarter. And Michelle D. Williams, REC, Civilian of the quarter. Congratulations to all our award winners. Thank you for your leadership and for setting the example. Now, I recommend boisterous applause and/or a standing ovation.
Team RE, welcome. Let's kick this thing off with some hails and farewells. Let's do the hails first. I'll start in front office. We have finally hired a new executive officer, Colonel Todd Riddle, coming to us from SecDef Fellowship out of San Diego. He should be joining us early in July. We also welcome my new DC Executive Assistant, Senior Master Sergeant Corey Conaway, joining us from Fort Meade. REX welcomed Colonel Jay Miller, joining us from the 911th Wing in Pittsburgh. Major Matthew Jones, formerly of the 924th Air Refueling Squadron out of Team McConnell. Major August Folger joins us as an IMA from active duty, and Senior Master Sergeant Ray Bowden joins us from Insularg. Joining REP, we have Lieutenant Colonel Tamika Alderman, coming to us from the National Intelligence University, Major Melissa Green, formerly with RE, and Chief Master Sergeant Vincent Johnson from recruiting. Joining our REG team is Lieutenant Colonel Gino DiMacchio, formerly the Chief Congressional Issues, REI, Chief Master Sergeant James Loper, the former 10th Air Force Command Chief, and Master Sergeant Katerina Kozachekno, coming from us from the 459th FSS. Katerina, forgive me if I butchered your name. REI is joined by Captain Karen Cagle, who is on an extended MPA to assist with congressional inquiries, and new REI Office Administrator, Master Sergeant Nikita Stadimir, coming to us from ARPC. REE welcomes Senior Master Sergeant Leah Chavez, who transitioned over from AFRC A1. And finally, REM added Lieutenant Colonel Brandy Newsom to their ranks as the new Deputy Director of REM. She joins us from the Integrated Resilience Programs, Manpower, Personnel, and Service Directorate at AFRC. She's also a TR at Team Dobbins. It's too tough to properly welcome our teammates while most of us are relegated to this virtual interactions, but I hope this video does the trick. Again, welcome. We also have a few farewells. The front office just said goodbye to Miss Lynette Mines, who left us to work with the Army JAG down in Georgia. We also lost Colonel J.D. Dobbin back in January. Colonel Dobbin is now the commander of the 920th Rescue Wing in Florida, so big congrats to him. REX bid a farewell to Colonel John Flynn, who is now an IMA at AFWorks, Las Vegas. Lieutenant Colonel Frank Courier now retired, and Major Michael McFarland, who's now serving with the DC Air National Guard. REI bids farewell to Senior Master Sergeant Wanda Porche as she returns to TR status. Finally, REC said goodbye to longtime team member Mr. Al Bogreen, who decided to retire. We will miss them all and wish them the best of luck.
Thanks to my teammates, Chief White and General Hegtvedt. It's always an honor to welcome new teammates, bid farewell and well wishes to those departing, and to recognize our superior performers. Greetings, RE team. These are truly extraordinary times, causing us to operate differently, and in fact, mostly virtual. Here I am conducting my first Chiefs call in the studio in sunny Middle Georgia, away from each of you. My wingmen, Chief White and General Hegtvedt, are at the Pentagon, and I taped their sessions earlier this week. We'd prefer to all be standing here in front of you delivering our messages face to face, but we're doing our part to help slow the spread of COVID-19. However, there's still important information that we want to share with you, which is why we're recording this now instead of waiting until we are no longer physically and socially distanced. So here we go. Today I'm going to provide you a brief update on how the Air Force Reserve has been impacted by COVID-19 and the great work our airmen are doing in supporting the national response to this pandemic. Our current response would not be possible without you and the awesome work being done there at the Pentagon. I'll then turn it over to Chief White and General Hegtvedt for their remarks before I wrap up this Chiefs call with a few final comments. As you may have already heard, we have reserve citizen airmen who have joined on the front lines with our civilian teammates in fighting against this pandemic. And more citizen airmen continue to volunteer every day. Our response to this pandemic is a marathon, not a sprint. We're in this for the long haul. As such, I want to ensure we are all on the same page with respect to how we, as a reserve force, will continue to respond and to support America with this ongoing COVID-19 dilemma. Our Air Force Reserve priorities related to supporting the national response to combating COVID-19 are this: take care of Americans, take care of airmen, and take care of our families. This is our number one priority. We must continue carrying out our mission essential operations and ensure our ability to execute our wartime tasks. I couldn't be more proud of our wing command teams. We're here to support them. They are the reason we as a staff exist. We must preserve their decision space. They have been empowered to use their best judgment. They're supporting our airmen who are taking care of Americans. They're also responsible for ensuring the continued operations of our mission-critical functions. Additionally, we must preserve our force. We need each and every one of you right now, and we need each of you when we get through the other side of this pandemic. Your health, your attention is crucial to our readiness, and it's essential that we continue to ensure robust information flows up and down the chain of command. I know most of you don't attend the Crisis Action Team meetings, but you're probably receiving a lot of the information we discussed from your directors. I want to take a quick minute to provide you with an overall update to complement the information they've already passed along. Currently, the Air Force Reserve is tracking, we have 132 positive COVID-19 cases. This number includes our military members, civilians, and dependents. As of this date, for this filming, April 24th, our installation leadership teams have been excellent partners at battling this virus in their local communities. They're doing their best to ensure we all stay healthy and remain able to provide the rest of the Air Force Reserve the support they need to sustain our national response efforts. Your work has enabled our wings to carry out these very important missions, which are in direct support of the COVID-19 response. At Dobbins and March Air Reserve bases, we housed over 700 Americans that were departing various cruise ships, as well as those who were being repatriated directly from Wuhan, China. Currently, we have nearly 6,000 reserve citizen airmen supporting combatant commands around the world. Of those, about 800 have volunteered to assist in the pandemic response efforts. This includes airmen from across the spectrum of the Air Force specialties, such as medical professionals, aeromedical evacuation crews, civil engineers, emergency planning liaison officers, and many others, not to mention our crews and our aircraft who have transported them around the country. And we're going to continue to receive additional requirements that we'll have to fill. Now, I want to talk a little bit about getting back to work. You may be aware that governors will begin opening up their economies, some sooner than later. The work you are doing there regarding this subject will help inform how we do this across the enterprise. Here are my thoughts. We're going to take a deliberate approach to bringing folks back to work. It's going to be conditions-based, based on the environment that we're in. We're going to balance the risk to our force with the risk of the mission. Just know, going in, I will have little tolerance for risk to our airmen. My intent is to take as little risk as possible. As I mentioned before, taking care of you is my #1 priority. Last but certainly not least in this is our RE team has been doing a phenomenal job. My teammates, Chief White and General Hegtvedt, are running the show up there. If you need anything, please contact them. The rest of RE staff, whatever you're doing to help me communicate with our elected officials, you're doing what needs to be done. You're integrating with the Air Force Crisis Action Team there in the Pentagon. Thanks for what you do. You're ensuring our wings are well informed on the policies that impact them, and you're keeping our airmen safe, keeping them informed, and helping us take smart risk, ensuring we are taking care of Americans, airmen, and their families. We got to do all this while still generating combat power for the American people. It's a team effort across RE and across AFRIC. We're going to continue to get it right. This is a Herculean effort. Keep up the awesome work. Now I'm going to turn it over to Chief White and General Hegtvedt to provide closing comments.
Right now, the majority of you are working out of your living room, your kitchen table, home office, or wherever you can carve out enough space for a laptop. Many of you are juggling telework with teleteaching, all while trying to adjust your routines to accommodate the new normal. I never thought that I would acknowledge telework as difficult or challenging, but it is. It presents a unique set of challenges, not the least of which is connectivity and the ability to stay connected with others. There are lots of collaboration tools out there, such as Microsoft Teams, Platform One, Skype, and many other programs. We don't mandate which system or systems you must use. If you or your team are using something that works, by all means, keep it. If you want to share your ideas and successful solutions with your colleagues, go for it. Just be aware that certain systems are cleared for FOUO, PII, and/or PHI, and other systems are not. Please remain dialed in to the current guidelines regarding the type of information that may be exchanged on a given system. Bottom line, if you have issues, contact the help desk. They're pedaling hard, but in my opinion, they're doing a pretty good job. If you have questions, contact our RE Data Officer, Lieutenant Colonel Jeremy Downer. He's a certified smart guy, and he will be more than happy to offer advice or assistance. The DoD, the Pentagon, and the Air Force are all looking at when and how we'll return to work, return to the workplace, or return to capacity. We in RE will, of course, be part of that process. Lately, the Pentagon has had between 3,000 and 4,000 people enter the building on a daily basis, down from 23,000 per day pre-COVID. Your thoughts and ideas for this transition and for the new normal will be extremely important as we go down this path. I certainly appreciate your great work, positive attitude, and resiliency during this extraordinary time. I consider myself lucky to be part of the RE team and family. Thank you. Stay healthy. Now over to Chief White.
Let me start by saying thank you. Thank you for staying with us during this time, being there for your airmen, and adapting quickly to this ever-changing landscape. We are also impressed with the initiative you have all taken to reach out to your airmen and stay connected via social media. The boss and I are also doing the same by reaching out to enlisted officers and civilians alike throughout AFRC just to let them know that we care. The one-on-one feedback and conversations that we've had with our airmen has been truly amazing. Also, just a reminder, we listen to your feedback and we understand it's important for us to be reachable. You can always get in touch with us, whether it's via email or by phone. Give us a call, reach out to us, we will listen, and we will get back to you. This COVID-19 thing has definitely shifted a lot of plans, But just so you know, we have made plans for DT boards, EPME, in residence and distance learning courses. We realize some of those affect promotions, our PDC courses in our EDEB. There's a plan in works. We currently have those things sitting with REP, and we're taking a careful look at them, and we're going to do what's best to take care of our airmen. This could be a difficult time for many of you out there. Make sure you maintain high quality connections, even virtually. Use social media technology at your disposal. Practice social distancing, but stay connected. Manage stress and fear. Stay informed. The CDC, AFRC, Air Force websites, and PA guidance are just a few resources at your disposal. Make sure you maintain a physical health and fitness regimen. Get help if you need it. This is not the time to put your mental health on the back burner. We need you in the fight. Develop some new habits or reinforce some old ones. I recently shared my 20 minutes a day routine of silence, thanks, self-affirmation, and focus, which helps me. You use whatever works for you. Again, thank you for what you do, and stay safe.
Thanks, Chief White and General Hegtvedt, and thank you for being great teammates and taking care of the staff there at the Pentagon while I'm down here at the command. And now I want to leave you all with a couple of thoughts today. The resiliency and personal wellness of all of our Air Force Reserve Airmen is extremely important to me and the Command Chief. This includes every status: active duty, AGRs, ARTs, TRs, IMAs, contractors, civilians, and also our families. The current crisis and rapidly changing environment requires us to be flexible and agile. Though we are focused on response efforts, we must not lose sight of our Air Force Reserve strategic priorities. Prioritize strategic depth and accelerate readiness. Develop resilient leaders and reform the organization. Those are the things that are important now. Now more than ever, we've got to remain focused on advancing those priorities because we must still meet the intent and requirements of the National Defense Strategy. We must stay the course. It is our responsibility to stay healthy and to help stop the spread of this serious virus. We'll overcome the challenges of COVID-19 because of you. You ensure our airmen have everything they need to do their job, and our airmen generate combat power for America. They can't do it without you. They can't do it without your help. You are making a difference right now. I got to tell you, I'm proud to come to work every day because I get to work with each and every one of you. There's no organization on this planet I would rather be part of than the Air Force Reserve. Most importantly, take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Stay connected, stay informed, stay safe, and stay ready. Thanks for what you do every day for our nation. In closing, I want to leave you with the following powerful video of our citizen airmen, these heroes in action, who are taking care of Americans right now. This is why we do what we do. You enable this to happen. You are making a difference.
My name is Captain Sherwood. I'm from Naval Air Station Joint Reserve Base, Fort Worth. And I'm extremely proud to be part of the 301st MDS here to support the Northern Command as we take on the coronavirus here in New York City.
Our day-to-day activities here thus far, being one of the staff attending physicians in the Lincoln Medical Center. And there we take care of a variety of patients, but particularly the patients suffering from the COVID-19 disease.
One of the most challenged hospitals, which is in the Bronx at Lincoln Hospital. They've been working tirelessly in this epidemic. And I am supporting the medicine residents where they're taking care of some of the sickest of the sick.
My day-to-day is mostly spent working a 12-hour shift. Our team is working 4 12-hour shifts per week currently, and these shifts involve being assigned to teams within the hospital, civilian teams, and also floors, whereby we assist the existing civilian medical teams at Lincoln Hospital, doctors, nurses, respiratory therapists.
I was mobilized in a matter of 28 hours from call to being on a C5 to get here. It is historic, as well as, of course, we always get into the medical or nursing fields in order to help our patients, and this is where the greatest need in the country was, to help our patients.
The hospitals really are appreciative of us being here. I think this is a very unique opportunity as a reservist to come in and actually work in the civilian sector. It's a little bit different for active duty people because they normally work in active duty hospitals. This is very different. Our civilian lives are civilian, so we get to bring our Air Force training and our Air Force attitude into the civilian hospitals. That really helps pick up the mood because they're pretty tired here. And
I think what we're seeing is amazing camaraderie. There's obviously DoD here, there are civilians, contractors, and as well as the staff that live here in New York, all working together for the common things to take care of everybody, which is amazing to see. In all of the madness that is what's going on with the coronavirus, it is good to see that people are coming together to fight this thing.
At the hospital, the staff were very, very welcoming to us. Everybody that I've come in contact with has just thanked us for being there. The patients I've interacted with, once we tell them who we are, they're very thankful as well. It's just been just as overwhelming support from everybody.
Yeah, my thoughts go out to these families that are here in New York. What I'm seeing at the hospital, this is a war that they're having to fight.
So I volunteered for this opportunity because it makes me extremely proud to be able to serve my fellow countrymen in New York City. It also makes me proud to be an airman and to serve beside my brothers and sisters.
I volunteered to come here because whenever I look back on this time 20 years from now, I want to be able to say that I stood up and I did something. I rose to the occasion whenever the challenge came. Now, I love America and I love the people of this country, and I want to support them in a time of crisis.
We normally play a supportive role, right? So it's like the entire military infrastructure is now playing a supportive role for the medical side, which is incredibly unique. But I think it was an easy decision to come here with fellow Americans being affected, our own country and homeland.
I volunteered for my family. We don't want this to spread, and our community is everybody, and we have to make sure that we take care of our neighbors, and that includes other states.
Every day as I follow the numbers and see the curves coming down, it's a huge boost. And now it looks like you can feel it on the ward, you can feel it in the hospital, that people are getting better.
Kill the virus.
Kill the virus.
Kill the virus.
Kill the virus. We'll beat this together.